What's happening, everybody? Welcome back, man. Happy holidays, all of you, man. Happy late New Year's. Funny story, man. I actually had a video made up yesterday, and unfortunately, the video footage come out like total crap. So I decided not to go ahead and post it, and we're just going to actually do a repeat of the video that I tried to do yesterday. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to this area that's actually very, very popular amongst the tourists, and I want to talk about why it's not really the greatest area for a tourist to come to, and why maybe it is, right? There's advantages and disadvantages to it. There's things about it that's pretty awesome, and there's things about it that kind of sucks. And I'm definitely someone that has some experience over there because, I mean, I've lived in Ho Chi Minh City for 10 years, and I lived in that area for about 1 year where we're going to be going. So I'm very, very familiar with it. However, I don't really go there anymore, just don't really have no need. I'm not exactly a tourist since I live here. But I'll show you guys some things over there, you know, where the people like to hang out and go, like all the foreigners. And again, talk about why it's really not the greatest place to go to, but also why it could be the greatest place to go to, depending on, you know, your perception. But boy, it feels good to get out and ride. Oh man, it's such a beautiful day in Vietnam. Oh my God, I'm loving it, boy. Pretty weather. And you guys are probably wondering, damn, how you wearing these long sleeve, like a long sleeve jacket in Ho Chi Minh City? The answer's pretty simple, man. These things, this jacket's ventilated. Any of you that watch my past videos, I mentioned that, and so wind just blows right through the damn thing. And you guys also might notice that the viewing is a little bit different. Normally you guys would see more of my bike, but with the position that I'm, well, not position, but with the placement of my helmet, which is actually on my helmet now, my camera is actually on my helmet now, it's actually put the camera up a little bit higher. And I wanted to do that because I feel like, you know, maybe it'll be a little bit better viewing as far as looking at Ho Chi Minh City, because that's kind of the thing, and that's really a lot of the reason I like to do these kinds of videos, is so all of you can see, you know, I guess like the charm and beauty of the city, right? It's really awesome. I mean, there's a reason I've lived here for 10 years. I mean, there's a reason for it. Actually, there's multiple reasons for it, but that's just one of them, right? I mean, you just have all these old buildings with all this new modern tech and new modern appliances and all these things inside of it. It just, I don't know, man. It's just like all this charm that really just overtakes me, man. It really just takes my breath away. I love it, man. It's so awesome. And the bike has been running beautiful ever since the upgrades also. I mean, I know the last video I did was actually the H2 video, and you know, a lot of you seem to like that. I actually talked to the owner, and I might be able to get out and ride that thing again, because I told him, I said, man, look, that thing was fun. I really appreciate you letting me ride that, but man, I really regret not going a little bit further with it. Oh yeah, we gotta be a little careful. You know, it's the holiday season, so there might be quite a bit of traffic. Actually, it's around lunchtime right now, which definitely doesn't help the measures. This area isn't really that far from me, so you know, we'll get there, I guess, when we get there, and then I'll talk about everything over there when we do get there. Otherwise, this video will be insanely long. It's also so funny whenever you have your feet on the ground, you always worry about someone running over it because there's so many people around. Oh man, boy, she's purring like a kitten, my friend. She is purring like a kitten. Oh yeah. The damn thing's so loud, it's kind of hard to get my voice over, you know. I gotta like speak up a little bit. But we are pretty much about there. In fact, right up the street past this light here, that next light is actually where we're going. And we're going to be right in the vicinity or the area that we're talking about. Now, I actually got to do a little run over here. I got to pick up a little something. Man, that was a close call. That was a close call. Oh boy, it was a little wacky there. Oh well. But yeah, so over here, guys, over here where it says Many Good, this street is called Pham Ngu Lao. And this is a super popular street. In fact, this whole block around this area is very popular over here, where a lot, I mean, most tourists, when they come here, this is where they go. They'll go to Pham Ngu Lao / Bu Bien Street, and this is Pham Ngu Lao, and Bu Bien's on the other side over there. And this is where they like to go. And you know, there's all kinds of passport areas where you can get your passport or get your travel plans, like little places that'll tell you where you can go as far as like tourist attractions and things like that. So a lot of people like to come here. There's a bus. It's actually a tourist bus. It's going to take these guys. You can see the buses everywhere. There's a bus station right down the street here where you can get on and actually take you to other. I mean, you can actually go to different cities, different countries. It's nice, man. It's pretty cool over here. That's a big reason why a lot of people come here to this area, because you know they can find where they're going. They can actually find, like if they're trying to tour Vietnam, this is a great place to go because there's so much accessibility to take you where you need to go, which is actually fantastic. That's actually really awesome. There you see a Burger King, which is pretty funny, right? There's multiple Burger Kings and McDonald's and Pizza Huts and all kinds of fast food restaurants that are native to Western culture all over the damn place here. But we'll just make a Larry here, make a left, and yeah. Actually, that's illegal there, me making that left, but that's all good. So, again, this is an area where, you know, people are going to hang out. There used to be, well, yeah, I guess there still is some areas over here, some like bars. I need to be careful of these guys, but there's all kinds of bars that people like to go to. During the daytime, it's relatively quiet. I'm actually surprised not to see more people around, to be honest, guys. But this is where you're going to see all the foreigners. I mean, they're going to be hanging out all over the place here. I used to own a bar right over here, which is pretty funny. I used to own a bar right there in that location, which is hilarious. Right, there's a bar over here. And this is Bu Bien Street right here, right? Let me shift down. This is where, you know, a lot of people are going to go. Big old hangouts, nice little bar right here that people like to go to, play some cards, all kinds of bars and things over here. I mean, this is the strip where everybody hangs out, looks for whatever kind of accommodations they want to get a hold of. But yeah, these are the hot spots for a lot of people. Now, why wouldn't you want to come here? Well, the reason you wouldn't want to come here is because there are a ton of scam artists. If anyone knows, when they travel, you will find that anywhere you go, anywhere in the world, any country you go to, and I've been to multiple countries myself, there will always be an area like this area right here where it attracts tons and tons of tourists. And any area that does attract tourists will also attract scammers, thieves, people of this nature. It will attract them over and over and over, and they will be looking for the newcomers. They will be looking for tourists around here because, well, they're going to try to scam you and try to take what they can get. Now, I'm going to run into this pharmacy real quick, pick up something I need, and then we'll jump back onto the conversation, guys. So give me a second, and I'll be right back. All right, so unfortunately, they were out of stock for what I needed, but not a big deal, not a big deal. You know, it's the holidays over here, so shops are closed. They can't get certain things, and it ain't a big deal, nothing really too important. But anyways, back to the subject at hand, you know, scammers. So over here, guys, like seriously, like I said earlier, in any country, anywhere you go, you will have these places where there's going to be scammers everywhere. They will target tourists and they will try to take what you get. And that's a reason why I say this is a really bad area to go to. It's not a great area to go to because of that, because there are tons of them, guys. I mean, I've been stolen from multiple times. I lived in this area and my house was broken into 3 different times within 1 year. Broken into 3 different times. Like, this is like, if you're a tourist and you're just visiting, it's one thing, right? Because, I mean, you're not living here, so you're not going to have a house broken into. But even when I just came here the first time and I was just visiting Vietnam, or actually working over here, I ended up was living at a resort, and I was only there for 3 days. And, you know, my phone was taken from me, you know, about $1,000. I mean, and that, I'm not trying to knock on Vietnam, really. This happens in any country, including my own, right? It happens in any of them. This is just the way it is. Wherever there's tourists, there's going to be people watching them and waiting for their moment to try to take advantage of them and get what they can from them. That is just the nature of, you know, despicable people, right? Or desperate people, right? That's just what they do. And there's nothing we can do about it just except be aware. I mean, people usually wear a fanny pack or they wear whatever to try to protect their money from getting taken or stolen or whatever the case may be, which is, you know, something to definitely think about, right? So whenever you come to Vietnam, you know, like, go to other places, you know, like, if you do go over in that area, what I would suggest is just get your, you know, do a tour, you know, set up a nice little travel plan where you're touring around the country. That's pretty sick to do that. Or, you know, find a hotel in a different area than over there in Vu Bien and Pham Ngu Lao. Find a hotel in a different area, guys. I would not suggest living there. There's plenty of people that have been over that area, never had any problems, but it does happen, man. It happened to me, and it can happen to a lot of others. And that's kind of the reason that I say that. And really, for any country you go to, when you're aware of the backpack area or the tourist area, that is the area that you truly want to escape, guys. That's the area you truly want to find a different avenue, right? As far as, you know, where you're wanting to go.